Mercy Point?
I'm Dr. Breslauer.
Drew Breslauer.
I'm the new resident.
Hurrah! Just what we needed, another member of your species to trip over.
How are we supposed to compete with that?
They seem fine. 1 minute he's working on the console and mooning at me, and the next his jaw locks on a word and he's going down in a seizure.
So maybe what Hennessy caught was a computer virus.
Fight fire with fire. It started with a computer. Let's get a computer to neutralize it.
Exactly. What we need is an isolated host that will mimic the organic process.
Yes, something with enough power to counteract the viral chain.
Thank me, thank her. No honey, no antidote.
Oh, Dr. Gerardo, have you met the new resident?
We've met.
Actually, we used to know each other.
Drew, what the hell are you doing here?
Suppose that's one way to say hello after 3 years.
So I assume your sister, being the director of medicine here, played some role in your decision.
We're half-sisters, actually.
But you must have come here looking for something.
Not from you, CJ, if that's what you're asking. Sorry, CJ, time's up.
I don't need you coming in here messing up lives while I'm trying to save them.
How many times do I have to apologize?
Whatever it is, Halen, I'm expecting you to get past it because for the time being, she's not going anywhere.
I have a favor to ask.
Shoot.
I need you to supervise Drew's residency.
Why?
You're probably the only one that could keep me from jumping down her throat.
Paige. Morning, Halen. Sleep well?
Yeah, well, if tossing and turning qualifies.
Care to elaborate?
Oh, no, I've got a lot on my mind.
Dr. Breslauer, there's a call for you. Stephen Savard. He said you're expecting him.
Yeah, no. Could you tell him I'm in surgery, please?
Yes, doctor.
What? Textbook avoidance. Maybe I better hear what's on your mind right now. I don't know, Reva. It's just... Stephen's a wonderful guy, you know? He's smart. And he's funny. He is handsome. Oh, he's handsome. I'm just not ready for this. I thought you two had a great first date. Oh, we did. And an even better second one. So, what's the problem?
He asked for a third.
How are you feeling, Ani?
Great, Dr. Breslauer, but I'm nothing compared to Nurse Tobit here.
Oh, I don't know. I'm still feeling a bit fuzzy from that virus.
Don't worry, Molly, I'll cover for you. You'll be as good as new in no time.
Oh, Ani, these folks are visiting from Intermed. I've just been regaling them on your extraordinary efforts to help us stop the virus. Saved this nurse's life. If Ani is any indication, I think that the Android Nursing Interface program will radically change the way we think about patient care.
Thank you, Dr. Tamila.
It's pretty cool, huh?
Sure. Until you're out of a job.
Good morning. You're early.
I hope that's all right, Dr. Maxwell. I just thought I'd come on down here early and get a jump on things.
Well, good. Since you're my new resident, you can jump on 3 things in particular. Number 1, every minute that you're early is another minute that you're not sleeping. And around here, that's far too precious a thing to take lightly, especially since number 2, when you're not working with me, you're going to be here late showing me the file on every patient you work on your own. Mr. Blumenthal, how's the new ear?
What?
Uh-huh. Why don't you take him down to auditory and have Dr. Thomas recalibrate his cochlea?
I'm on it, I'm there.
Stubborn old man just won't stop listening to rock and roll. I heard that.
Uh-huh. Shall we?
Was there a third thing, Dr. Maxwell?
Oh, yeah, number 3. Call me Groot.
I'll need another endo stop. I'll be right with you, sir.
It's okay, man. We don't have far to go.
Oh, my God. Are you Nancy Curtis?
Mercy Point. This is Medcraft 7 on approach.
7, this is Mercy. Go ahead.
I've got a code R, Ani. There's been an interco passenger shuttle accident off the DM flight path. It was a bad one. We're en route with a full house of victims.
Affirmative, Med 7. We'll be prepped.
What's that?
It's a code R alert. It means that emergency triage procedures have been instituted. I want you to get me a full set of med kits and endostaffs out of storage and be down at the docks before the midnights arrive.
Hi.
What's going on?
Code R alert.
Human male, lunar-born, shrapnel, DBL.
Family?
Not according to his med card.
What happened up there?
Nobody really seems to know. The shuttle almost completely ruptured. We were losing pressure so fast we had to ice this guy just to save him.
We haven't saved him yet. Stasis patient with severe puncture wounds. Let's see if we can get him thawed so we can put him back together again.
Want me in there?
Why don't you check with me later? She needs you right here.
Hi, can you tell me where it hurts?
No.
Oh, okay. Easy. Try not to move, and I'll get you off with stuff, okay?
My arm.
Is that better?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can you tell me your name?
Lily.
Lily what?
Parks.
That's a pretty name. Where'd you come from, Lily Parks?
Earth.
Wow, that's a long way. Did you come with your mom?
No.
No.
Ow!
What about your dad? Was he on the shuttle?
No.
Oh, hey, it's okay. It's all right. Try not to move. Let's get out of this noisy place and go somewhere quiet so you can tell me how you got to be so cute.
Is this the co-pilot?
Yes, ma'am. How about the pilot?
Didn't make it.
The vital signs are stable, but pre-scan shows no theta wave.
Decontamination complete.
I've already heard from the Interspecies Council. They've got an accident investigator on the way.
Oh, let me guess. Charlie Bantam?
His name came up?
Great. Let me roll out the red tape.
Please, hail him. I've already got an entourage from Internet twiddling their thumbs in my office. Let's get Reba down here, see if we can get a psych consult before Bantam shows up to crack this woman's mind open.
Present unaccounted for.
Dr. Cook?
Jeffrey. I called Rima in as soon as I heard that the co-pilot was coming in. ISC's on the way.
I'll see if I can hold them off. Doctors?
Why do I get the feeling we are headed for a fight here?
Because they won't stop until they get what they want.
There you go. All done. What's wrong? You don't like blue? Oh, okay. Well, what about pink? Okay, great. That's my favorite too. Watch this. How's that?
Oh, sure.
What's that?
Well, I got it from an antique market on the Resport. It's called a Boz Ball.
Great. Why don't you stay here, play with Nagnom's boss ball while I go check with my boss. Is that okay?
Okay.
Well, actually, that's fine.
Oh, relax. We'll get it back. Just do me a favor and run a search on this kid's closest parent, will you?
Okay.
You are the best, Nagnom.
Thanks.
All I can say is ouch.
I think he's in agreement. Abdominis and obliques are shredded.
Hard to tell how deep the shrapnel goes in this state.
Ah, Dr. Breslauer. Dr. Girardo would love to know what you think we should do next.
Pip, tell me the extent of his internal injuries.
I cannot complete a vital scan while the patient is frozen, but transfers from the Medcraft indicate transection of the proximal duodenum, rupture of the anterior gastric wall, and a tear in the transverse colon.
Well, obviously the patient has been secured in emergency cryostasis. So the next step would be to infothaw and stabilize the patient as quickly as possible before a full surgical consult.
Wrong.
Wrong?
We are the surgical consult.
Overflow the way it is, a surgeon won't be available till well after Mr. Reese here is melted.
And he has already been iced for 1 hour and 33.
We have to heat him up. Have you seen someone in infothaw?
Only in simulation.
Brace yourself.
Not the only thing more shocking to the human body than flash freezing is throwing him in a frying pan.
CJ, block from T2. Hit!
There is indeed a traumatic tear of the proximal duodenum.
That's yours.
I'm on it.
The gallbladder is ruptured with a laceration of the hepatic artery.
Got him.
Anything else?
Yes, doctor. A second scan has revealed a pre-existing condition.
What the hell are you talking about?
This man was dying of lunar pneumonia.
Pulse is slipping.
Respiratory failure's right around the corner. We gotta intubate him, buddy.
Gross. No. Refreeze him.
But you...
No! Refreeze him. Mercy Point will continue in a moment.
And Prime.
This is one unlucky co-pilot. Did you find the next of kin? Husband, Anthony Portouche, on his way in from a research lab in the near Sahardic. He'll never make it, and they're not going to wait.
Dr. Breslauer?
Mr. Portouche? Not even close.
Charles Bantam, ISC.
Have you ever seen Nancy Curtis in action?
Kidding? She did a 60-flip roll in last year's games. I've watched the playback in the lounge at least that many times.
Well, grab gymnastics is the most amazing display of human ability.
Excluding the way they flap their jaws?
A little envy on the part of the species who's historically failed to compete?
Oh, yes. Every night we of the Shen pray before the altar of humanity that one day, who knows, we might be able to somersault and perspire.
Somebody else is going to need surgery if I stay in here much longer.
In case you haven't noticed, this woman's legs are far worse than broken, Dr. Tyndale. Both tibia are irreparably shattered.
Are you recommending we amputate?
I'm recommending bioprosthetics. And yes, appropriate resection is required for proper attachment.
You want to give her machines for legs without a chance of organic rehab?
In my experience, machines for legs are far superior to standard human design.
Yeah, well, I doubt you've done many backflips off that pedestal of yours.
On my planet, under my gravity, I have the speed and agility of 100 human athletes, none of whom could survive there for more than 5 seconds.
Look, I don't want to see this happen either, but do you really think rehab is an option?
I'd say the chances are 50-50. Skeletal grafting and a PT regimen, she could be back on her own feet again.
Or she could die before she takes a single step.
I disagree.
With my diagnosis or my authority?
Both.
Very well. Then my decision is made. Bioprosthetics the only prudent course of action, and I will personally install them myself. Now, get out.
Excuse me.
Dr. Baton.
Please. By all means, join her.
All I'm saying, Harris, is that if you allow him to visgear a patient in a level 4 coma, you might as well just order the flowers for a funeral now.
No one is allowing me to do anything. I've been sent by the ISC with a memprint warrant to download the co-pilot's memory.
Come on, Charlie. You and I have butted heads enough times in the past to know that every time you do one of these downloads, you're placing the patient at a terrible risk.
No more risk. than the passengers they carry.
What's her condition?
She's on the edge. I've been able to stabilize her with the Delta infusion, but she was unconscious for a long time before we got to her. The neurological damage is substantial, Harris.
Which is all the more reason why we need to act fast.
Don't you have some kind of flight recording?
As a matter of fact, we do. And off the record, it suggests that the co-pilot disobeyed direct orders from her superior and moved the shuttle off its flight path, which probably caused a collision.
Case closed. Why do you need a memprint?
Because the transmission ended just before the accident. And as I'm sure you're all aware, the pilot didn't survive.
No, and neither will she, Charlie, if you keep pushing.
We need to find out what happened.
So that you have someone to blame.
No, so it doesn't happen again. Understand me, Dr. Breslauer. I don't want this woman's blood on my hands any more than you do. But if it means saving the lives of thousands of passengers who travel on shuttles like this every single day, then that's a risk that I am morally and you are legally bound to take.
All right. You made your point, both of you. Halen, I want you to continue to do everything you can to keep this woman alive. Rima, I want you to assist the investigator in downloading a memory.
Harris.
Do what you can, doctors. And you do what you must, Mr. Bantam, but remember this. The law notwithstanding, neither I nor my staff will do anything to assist in the death of a patient.
Hippocrates?
Yes, doctor.
Have someone in bioengineering send up 2 appropriate leg prosthetics immediately. It's such a treat to operate alone.
Dr. Baton.
Of course, I spoke too soon.
I need your help.
How can I possibly help you?
I've got a patient in cryostasis with severe complications, and I thought that since your species hibernates...
Bears hibernate. We season ourselves in the Union of Kryn.
Yes, I'm sorry. It's just that you do it in subterranean caves at sub-zero temperatures. It was a fair assumption to think that you'd be willing to act as consult on this case.
Dr. Maxwell, don't expect me to hold the mop while humankind tries to clean up another technological mess.
100 years ago, people died from long-term stasis. We've learned from our mistakes. Flash freezing a patient for emergency transport is a proven technique. Cryostasis saves lives.
Then why have you come to me?
You know what? That's a really good question.
Dr. Maxwell, sometimes being cold with a patient is the only way to help him.
I don't want to go. I want my mom. Please, I don't want to go.
Who are you?
Please.
I'm her father.
I want my mom. Please don't make me go. Please.
All right, then. Are we ready?
Ready. I'm only isolating the last 5 minutes of her memory. And you're stopping on my call, right? Exactly.
The download is beginning.
Commencing memprint. All vital functions stable.
Ground rotation will hold some murder her back.
Yeah, I hear ya.
I'm gonna take the pocket stretch. You gonna come? Sure.
She knows something's wrong. You can tell already.
That's deja vu.
Meaning?
Meaning we're making her view and experience this memory for the second time. All of her words and actions are the same as before, but in her unconscious mind, this scene looks eerily familiar. It's scaring her. Her heart rate is speeding up.
Increasing 28%.
Control, this is Pastime Shuttle 9 with a collision warning on the DMA flight path. Please advise.
What's going on?
There's something coming at us.
There's nothing on scan. See anything?
No, but we should get off the flight path.
It's probably just a glitch.
I think we can take that chance.
And we can't leave this flight path till we know for sure.
We've got to stop this.
Wait. Almost to the end.
Sir?
Take it easy, port twos.
No.
What the hell are you doing?
You're not gonna let us get hit.
Lieutenant!
violation of my orders. Now let go of the damn...
Vitals in flux.
Reba, shut it down.
Not yet, Doctor.
Reba, shut it down. Shut down.
End memprint.
Mercy Point will continue in a moment.
Let me ask you something. Did you ever work at the polls back in your environmental rescue days?
Yeah, why?
Did you like it?
20 below under direct sunlight. What's not to like?
Ani? Good.
Yes, Dr. Maxwell.
I want this patient transferred to OR 3.
I'll have the room prepped.
And while you're at it, reduce the temperature to -25.
Oh, hang on. And exactly what are you thinking of cutting him with?
And pull a full set of archival tools along with 2 compatible lungs for transplant in a sealed cryo transport. Anything else?
Yeah, we'll probably need some really warm clothes.
Ah, what he said.
You're not leaving us, are you, Ani?
Why would I do that?
Well, it just looks like you're all packed and ready to go.
I don't possess any personal belongings. This case contains archival surgical tools requested by Dr. Maxwell.
Well, just so long as you're not running away, because I know some of the nurses have been giving you a hard time.
I'm fully programmed to absorb and assimilate animosity. It has no impact on me.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty thick-skinned myself, but it seems to me that sooner or later you reach a point where you've just had enough, even if you're Simbot.
Suffering is simply not a part of my system, Dr. Breslau.
I wish I was more like you.
I'm flattered. And thank you for your concern.
Honey, doctor says your arm's gonna be fine. Don't you want to see where your dad lives?
No. Mr. Parks? I'm sure your daughter's just been traumatized by the accident, Mr. Parks.
No, it's more than that. She didn't want to see me in the first place. She's an only child. Her mother and I split up a year and a half ago, and since I'm the one who left, Lily blames me.
You haven't seen her since then?
It took till now just to afford the ticket. You must think I'm a lousy father, huh? A minute hasn't gone by where I haven't wanted to see Lily. But I was born in space. I don't have Earth rights. Do you?
No.
Well, then you know exactly what I was up against. When Deb relocated there and got sole custody, I didn't know what to do except to arrange for Lily to come up and visit. Now I can't even have that.
Let me see if I can at least get her up to the shuttle docks. Maybe I can talk to her there.
Miss Curtis, I trust everything is satisfactory?
Are you the surgeon who gave me these?
I am indeed. I think you'll find these bioprosthetics to be of superior design and quality. With some careful instruction and physical therapy, you'll be on your new feet in no time.
Why didn't you just kill me?
Okay, Frosty, what's the plan?
If you don't isolate and kill lunar pneumonia in time, alveoli collapse, arterial hemorrhage floods the bronchial tree. And within 12 hours, the entire respiratory system is replaced by purulent clot.
You all right?
All you need is good, old-fashioned, cold surgical steel to implant 2 healthy frozen lungs. I do one and do the other, then we douse them with hyperbarics.
If all of that works, then we fire them up again, and then we stitch up the ones that got them here in the first place. You know that's tricky.
It's a lot better than leaving them in long-term stasis.
Let's give it a shot.
yourself in fun with Nagnum's Bosbop?
Yep.
You still don't want to get on the shuttle with your dad?
Nope.
Yeah. It's lousy when your parents live on different planets, huh?
Yep.
I know.
You do?
Mine do too. I never saw my dad. It's just me and my sister.
I don't have a sister. You're lucky.
You want to know a secret? You're right.
Do you want to know a secret?
Sure.
I'm scared.
Of what?
Having a crash.
My coincidence. That's exactly what I told your dad. You want to know what else I told him? That's why you should only ride on a secret, special, super safe ship to his house.
More frozen inside than out.
At least we don't have to use suction. Retractor?
Can we get a little more light, please?
Only a minute, can't risk it all.
I can't even feel my fingers through these thermal gloves.
Yeah, well, believe me, he's not feeling anything.
Number 4 mag stent. Did you ever get cold?
Actually, no. I was designed to operate flawlessly under temperature conditions ranging from minus 220 to positive 800 degrees Celsius.
She really is a perfect woman.
You mean Simbot?
She even argues like a woman. Ooh, okay.
Dr. Tyndale, I want a word with you.
If you want to write me up, that's your prerogative.
I want to know, did you tell Miss Curtis about our disagreement during her surgery?
I did not.
Then why, pray tell, did she assault me?
Assault you?
Yes, verbally and otherwise.
Gee whiz, Doc, I can't imagine why. The parietal probe shows there is something left of remembering. How much? It's hard to say.
Will she make it?
If we keep pushing, in my opinion, no.
You said yourself that she's restabilized.
Yeah, after a cardiogenic seizure. You know, I wonder what kind of state you would be in if you almost died twice.
Well, if it were my fault.
Oh, my God. This really is about finger pointing for you, isn't it, Charlie?
Halen.
Jewel?
What happened to my wife?
Mr. Bartuz, your wife had an accident.
And since she was the co-pilot, we need to retrieve her memory.
What?
Sir, the law specifically states
That if you are not available to give your consent, Mr. Bertuz, the ISC has the right to obtain a full account of your wife's experiences in the accident. But the moment you are, those memories are only accessible with your permission. I read the fine print.
Somebody just tell me if she's gonna be okay.
Dr. Maxwell, I've been looking for you.
As you can see, I've been occupied. Thanks to your guidance, we were able to replace 2 diseased lungs under deep freeze conditions without major incident.
If you don't count the teeth I lost shivering.
I don't feel that I helped.
Oh, you didn't really.
You led us in the right direction.
Then perhaps I can ask the same of you.
How so?
I've biomechanically attached the legs of a woman who now seems outraged by the result.
What do you mean, outraged?
She threw her food on me.
Well, the town. What can I tell you? Sometimes being warm with a patient is the only way to help her.
This cannot go on any longer.
It can go on as long as he wants.
She's right, Mr. Bantam, and you know it.
Our differences notwithstanding, the law is still the law, Doctor, and no matter what any of you would like to believe, I didn't make it up. If this man won't consent to completing the Vizgear, that's his right. But with an accident of this size, I can file for a council appeal and have an emergency override in the click of a comlink.
He's coming.
finish the vis scare.
Mr. Protus, forgive me, but your wife is not going to recover. Do you want her last moments to be spent reliving a horrible memory?
No. Only I don't believe for 1 minute that my Julie caused this crash. So I'll let him take what he came for. But I won't let her relive it alone.
What is it that you're suggesting?
That you wire me in there with her. You can't do that, right?
I should warn you that I can have a restraining order before anything.
Before what? Before she dies. Stop bluffing, Mr. Benton. Give the man what he wants. Let him hold her hand.
Mercy Point will continue in a moment.
These few 2250 interstellar games. Sport, low gravity gymnastics. Athlete Nancy Curtis.
Nancy Curtis makes her way across the pad with perfect form. And oh boy, she's up! Unbelievable! 10, 20, a 30-roll gainer. 5-time medalist Nancy Curtis breaks the record. And once again, Nancy Curtis wins the medal. Grace, strength, determination. There's a brilliant future ahead for athlete Nancy Curtis.
Pushing 4 hours, Griff. So now we're never gonna have to make a move. You ready?
Always, Doctor.
All right, on my count. 1, 2, 3.
Cs of fluorine.
Scan the lung transplant.
Transplanted lungs appear to be functioning normally. Rejection probability is low.
How low?
7%.
Honey, we're gonna need 700 megs of hypocillin. And fluid flesh for wound dressing.
Right away.
He's back. Does this mean I'm gonna have to start wearing a parka to work every day? Clamping that splenic vein should be sufficient. Thank you. That's fine.
You want to talk about it?
Growing up on gas mines, everybody had a cough. So one day my mom started, and she didn't stop. Medics said it was an allergy. I told him that he was wrong. She died a few days later. I was 15. It's a shame. Yeah, it was.
Shift over, CJ?
Yeah, just got out of surgery.
Can I talk to you for a second?
Mystery's trying lies still. You've just come out of major surgery, but you're gonna be okay. You're gonna make it, I promise. Hydrate him. Start E7 dermafuse.
God.
Yeah. And you are.
I don't think that we can take that chance, sir.
I can't leave this flight path to him for sure.
Sir?
Take it easy, Protus.
No.
What the hell are you doing?
I'm not gonna let us get hit, sir.
Lieutenant, you are a direct violation of my orders. Now let go of the damn...
BP increasing.
Oh my God.
It's just a magnetic gas cloud.
Damn thing's covering the entire flight path.
No wonder all the instruments went on the blink. Her vitals are slipping.
Autonomic descent.
Release the cargo hold.
The cargo hold? Why?
Because for God's sakes, we're transporting.
Failure imminent.
Isotopic beryllium dioxide.
What?
It's a residue found in empty fuel cells. Check the manifest. I'm sure you'll find that we're transporting them. Probably just to get recharged. And they're safe enough to haul, unless you're unlucky enough to pass through a magnetic cloud.
We're losing her.
Julie? Julie? It's okay. I'm right here with you.
Tony.
I'll only go of your hand.
She's gone.
It's okay, baby. I told you it wasn't your fault.
Let's hope they listened.
Tell me again why I'm doing this.
Because you love kids.
Uh-huh.
And because I'd hate to have to report you for having intercourse in one of the storage closets.
Okay. Lily, right? I'm gonna need you to do me a big favor and be my co-pilot. It's really important. So if I could get you and your dad to come over here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay. Sit down right here. Watch your head. All right? And in just a minute, I'm gonna strap you in there, and then I'm gonna have you there in a jiffy, all right? It'll be fun.
Okay.
Pushing pretty hard for someone who just got here.
Dr. Drew, wait!
What is it, Lily? Are you scared again?
No, I just wanted to give this back.
Thanks.
Secret special super safe ship.
Hey!
Hey.
Why aren't you with Grub?
He assigned me to a patient.
And?
And I just saw the patient off.
Well, we have a large staff for that, so in the future, if you're on shift, you should stay in emergency. That's where you belong.
Okay.
Okay.
As long as I belong.
How's it going, Drew?
Oh, good. Pat, it varies.
Oh, right. Listen,
Oh, right. I'm sorry. You're an agnom. Thanks.
Oh, well, that's not quite what I was wondering, but, well, I guess it's just dinner for one.
I beg your pardon?
I said I apologize. I believed the attachment to bioprosthetics was the most satisfactory course of treatment.
Satisfactory to who?
To any human being who ever wanted to walk again. But my manner may have been less than respectful. And I do understand to an athlete like yourself, walking will never be enough. Still, there is a saying among the Shen I would like to share with you. Totuan bet bekson.
What does that mean?
It means the greatest of competition is always is with ourselves. I have seen you win before, Nancy Curtis. And in your next challenge, I have no doubt you will win again.
Hey, Rena.
Hey. Bantam fly back to the home office?
Yeah, but if I know Charlie, he won't be gone for long. What about Mr. Porteus?
Well, he's going to need some counseling for obvious reasons. I mean, not many people get to actually experience the death of a loved one like he did.
Well, at least we were able to give him that.
Good evening, doctors.
Annie, evening. Oh, my God. Is it that late already? I've got a stack of files to go through before I can even begin to put this day behind me.
I better get going. Hey, Rima.
Yeah.
Thanks for backing me up.
Just doing my job.
Look, Molly, the electronic employee of the month is here. Should we all bow down?
Rona.
No, better yet, let's just call this a night.
How strange.
I don't have engaged.
Jeff.
Dr. Cook. Rough day?
You bring him in. You try to fix him. I just hope that your neck and shoulders don't feel like mine do right now.
Here, give me this. Turn around. And I just hope that I can make them feel better.
Next Tuesday on UPN, you have an appointment with UPN Prime.